So I was asked today if I would help somebody clean out their attic. So I got up in this room and it was full of a bunch of junk. Probably not the term I normally use. Junk kind of refers to a lot of good stuff, but this probably was just a bunch of junk. Stuff that, people didn't know what to do with. There is some sentimental attachment to this attic. I wasn't raised here in my house, but somebody dear to my heart was raised here. And thank God they're still with us. But you walk in here and man, the smell is what got me. It wasn't so much dusty for me, it was the old wood, old wood. New wood ain't got no damn life to it. Old wood smells. It's just got a good smell to it. And some people may not understand that, but if you ever smelled new wood and old wood, you'd know what I was talking about. And you got this chalkboard over here from young kids coming in here before damn iPads and everything else and dry erase boards, and it was a chalkboard. And you think back to the memories made there, of, I don't know, them drawing goofy junk on there, or maybe doing schoolwork. And I did drawing stuff on there was probably wrong. So we'll just leave it at that. But man, I was overwhelmed when I walked in here, but like a positive overwhelm. It wasn't really sad. A lot of history over here by the light switch or some little stickers, little kid stickers, and you can tell the kids were playing in here at one time, and a lot of movement has gone through this attic. When people get older and they don't know what to do with stuff and they're too damn tired or not sure what to do, and so they just put it in the attic. And I remember many, many years ago helping my mom clean out her attic. And of course, I'm a certified redneck, and we've talked about the term redneck in other videos. It just means your country. Just leave it at that. Somebody in our society got that term twisted up. But I figured out that you can just open up one of these windows in an attic and take the screen out. And when we did my mom's house, we just put a tractor below it with a bucket and a roll-off dumpster. It was pretty slick and easy. So first thing I did when I got here today was I popped that screen out and I helped clean a bunch of this junk out of this attic. And it's hard for folks to let go of things. So what's the point of the video? The point of the video is, this is a real attic. It's what it's designed for. It's designed to store things that we may not know what to do with. We're on the fence with it. And when it comes to trauma and life and events that leave us unsettled, unsure, we have a tendency to design attics. We've talked about it. I've written about it. Call it a file folder. You got a folder for this and a folder for that and a folder for this, and you got a folder over here, and you're like, I don't know what the hell, I don't know where it goes, but it just goes, and I don't know what the hell to do folder. And that folder there generally is problematic. It really is. Simple example, my father's gone, so I have a folder for death of a parent. I really do. And so when my mom goes, it's not going to be easy, but she's going to slide into that file folder. I've got a folder for the absolutely wonderful pets that we've had. And I don't want to add any more to that folder, but let's get real, it happens. But when we get a little confused, uncertain, a lot of disassociative memories that just aren't good, we don't know where to put things. The brain searches hard for where to put it. So we put it over here in this folder. And then what happens? You're bebopping along through life and something triggers, right? Something happens. Something in close similarity. One of your senses picks up on something. And then that file folder over here just kind of busts open. And that attic busts open. And all this junk is all over the place. And that's when we get wrapped around that axle. And it's a natural occurrence. But it's why it's important that we have a well-designed attic for the stuff that we don't know what to do with. And sometimes you have to get a guy like me to come in, help you get rid of some of that stuff in your attic. You may have to take it up a notch and go to somebody who's got credentials and higher education and all that stuff. And they'll help you sort through that attic and help you organize it. Maybe build you a set of shelves over here, a set of shelves over here. You wonder why people keep things and hold on to it for so long. And I really think it's not intentional. They just get busy. So we get busy with life when something happens and we go, I probably need to deal with that, but I'm just going to put it over here. Put it in the attic. Put it in that file folder. And then you come up here and you look around and it all starts to come back. So for me right now, my nose is going crazy. Is it dusty up here? Yeah, it's dusty. But it's that old wood smell, which is good for me. It really is. It's probably unfortunate there's not chalk dust because I grew up with, beating them erasers together, at school. And that would be an associative memory, even though I didn't like school. So that's my 2 cents today, is that we all got attics. We got them in our houses. We got them in our heads. We got them in our heart. We got them in our soul. We got them all in here. And it's important that if you don't really know where to put stuff in your attic, you might need a little help with that. So why am I here? Because the people who live in this house have moved to a smaller place, and they just need help going through their attic. No trauma. They just need help sorting through this. What's junk, what can be sold, what needs to be held on to for the next generation. We are more apt to ask for that kind of help than the crap that keeps us awake at night. And we just think the next day it'll get better, and the next day it'll get better. Whatever. On a recent trip to Baltimore, I was talking with a psychologist I know. Don't understand hardly anything he says because he's from the UK. And I realized that I had put something in my attic. Just wasn't sitting too good in that attic. Seemed to keep falling off the shelf. And I'm a guy that's supposedly trained, has a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of experience. And I went and knocked on his hotel door and I said, "Hey, Chief." I said, "We need some work in my attic." And we worked on it. And man, did that feel good. So, who am I today? I'm a guy that wasn't really looking forward to this little project. But when I walked in this room, man, was I overwhelmed with a sense of purpose. I wanted to be a part of this history. It's sad to take somebody, move them out of their house, but they're doing it on their own free will. But it's neat to be a part of that process, And it's neat to be sitting here in this old house with all of this history, and you can just smell it. You can hear it creak. It's neat to be a part of that. So who am I today? I'm that guy. I'm that guy that walked in this room, and I was like, I'm doing a video in that room. Because I was like, I want to share this. So I'm going to buzz you around real quick. Kind of like we did when we did the videos out in the woods, and then we're going to shut it down. You're going to believe my camera mount this time. There's my camera mount. Had the magnetic mount hooked up on that top can. They're all empty. Check it out, man. Get my big old head out of the way. Got some little stickers over there. Still got a few more boxes to take down. Recently had a roof redone, so that board there is not original, that's for sure. But you can tell that fellow there is. Man, look at that. For my wood guys, you're loving it. My wood gals. And there's our chalkboard. Old piece of pipe, hang stuff on. I don't know, man. I just think it's cool. And that's some of the oldest electrical stuff. It's not in use, but that's old electrical there, man. So there you go. A little bit of history. So I hope the video helps. You're never too smart, too old, too young. Anybody got to figure it out. If your attic needs some work, help somebody figure your attic out. But remember, we're supposed to store stuff someplace. We just need to store it in a good place. So when we're skipping along through life, it doesn't knock us down 12 notches. It might knock us down a little bit, and that's okay. But if it shuts you down in your tracks, you might want to get your attic looked at. So, that being said, y'all have a good one.